Hello everybody and welcome back to Lunu, your weekly Universal news and updates where I go over everything that's happened at Universal Studios Orlando weekly. Now I actually missed an update video for last week, so this is going to be 2 weeks of updates. Now just because of that, to keep this video as short as it can be so that this isn't like a 30-minute long video, I'm going to go over things a little bit faster than I normally do. But let's get straight into it with my first topic. Construction, a shorter topic, but one that I need for context for a later topic. So this week, a cage was built over top of part of the Velocicoaster bypass bridge that goes under the double helix at the later part of the ride. Now, later on, a mesh would actually be placed on top of this cage to help prevent items from falling through off of the cart and onto people. Also, a new Fast and the Furious 9 photo op with banners of the characters in front of the cars and a 1968 mid-engine Charger that is a replica from the movie that Dom drives appeared at where the entrance to Kids Zone is, right by animal actors. When new big movies come out, like Trolls World Tour, they put these kind of photo ops here to help promote them, and they're now doing one for Fast and the Furious 9. Next up, over in Marvel Superhero Island, the elevated platform that Marvel characters used to stand on in this island was removed, now putting these characters on ground level with the guests. Next up, the Shop of Wonders in Islands of Adventure had some checkered pattern Halloween-looking decor with some creepy characters put in their windows. Now, I don't think that this is anything relating to HHN, however, this is now here and they might be doing a retheme or something. Finally, the awning over top of the exit of DreamWorks Destination, which is where Barney used to be, was refurbished and is now looking a lot better. So I said this was context for our next topic, which it is. So let's go ahead and look at that topic for my next topic. General news, where we have a healthy variety of things going on in the past 2 weeks. So, starting us off, starting on June 26th, fully vaccinated team members will no longer need to wear masks indoors, and this officially started. It is very cool to see that team members, as long as they are fully vaccinated, no longer need masks, and it's also just great to know that if somebody's not wearing a mask, you know they're fully vaccinated, and would probably make you feel safer to kind of have information on who is and is not vaccinated. Now, this is not required for team members. They can wear masks if they like. However, if they do not want to when they are fully vaccinated, they don't have to anymore. Also huge, the Superstar Parade returned for the first time in over a year on Sunday. Now, unlike before, it does not stop, when before it would stop 2 times so people could see the floats. However, it instead just keeps moving throughout the entire area. This is actually the first major parade to return to Florida, or at least the Orlando area. Also, previews for Gringotts Bank are back, including the screen pre-show and the elevator pre-show. Also, glasses are now grabbed from the wall and not handed to guests. Over at the Velocicoaster, once the cage was construction, the bypass bridge actually reopened, and this is a really cool bridge with a track going around it, and it's just a fun place, so it's good that it reopened. Also, the Velocicoaster fire alarm actually went off on Tuesday. They ended up reopening the ride afterwards, but obviously evacuated people at first. Also pretty big, Storm Force Acceleratron officially reopened on Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's been closed for over a year, or at least quite close to it, as I remember reporting on its closure. However, it is back open, so if you want to get absolutely sick on some fast teacups, you can do that now. More huge things, the Ragtime Gals performers in the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon's pre-show Q Room will be returning on July 2nd, so you can now have some entertainment while you're there. Over for Harry Potter, Hagrid's opened a new single rider line, which it had before, however hasn't been open for a while, so you can now get on Hagrid's single rider. Relating to this, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter's Hogsmeade became 11 years old on Friday, so clink a butterbeer to it. Also, the New York City Cabbie is now back in the New York City area of the Studios Park interacting with guests, and he's a very fun meet and greet. He hasn't been around for nearly 3 years now, so he's actually quite a new addition. Because of bad weather, outdoor attractions actually got closed on Tuesday. Finally, Netree's Panic Peak stress toy was actually removed from a desk in a tribute store. Hopefully it'll come back soon and wasn't stolen or anything. So that was a lot of stuff in the parks. However, let's take a quick break from it and look at stuff out of the parks in my next topic. City Walk, where we have a brand new restaurant. So, actually 2 weeks ago, the new Ben the Bayo stand where the old sake bar was set to open on Tuesday. It was set to serve bayo buns and other Asian cuisine. On Monday, team members actually had previews of the food, and signs for the menu were placed. The booth said that it is open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. It serves bayo of the kinds of kimchi FC, pork belly, duck, beef brisket, veggie, shrimp, and crab cake. It also serves sake, beer, wine, soda, tea, and water. Ben the Bayo would then officially open on Tuesday, and it was generally thought to have some pretty good food. However, it was said that the bayos were pretty small. However, they do offer annual pass holder discounts. Across City Walk, red velvet birthday cake and naked key lime s'mores were added to the Two Sums grab and go area. Also, some details on how the Legacy store came to be were released. It was actually said that when the parks closed, they came up with an idea of how to make a 30th anniversary tribute store. However, when the parks remained closed for a lot longer than they thought, the idea had to be abandoned. However, when the new studio store was going to start construction, they opened a space, and that's where they ended up putting the idea into. It was said that as time passes, the store will actually change with it. Also, in the Legacy store, the customizable product area was actually removed, and the Jaws moldoramic was put there. You can also now hug the Bubba Gump shrimp again. And finally, some repairs were being made to the pavement by Two Sums. So we have a brand new restaurant. However, we can look at some more food in my next topic. Food and restaurants, another topic with some big changes. So this week, almost all mobile ordering is gone. Only Richard's Burger Co. and the Leaky Cauldron remain on the app. However, they are listed as table delivery. Now, because of this, numbers have been removed from tables, and team members are now taking orders at registers again. Obviously, with this, more physical lines for restaurants have been appearing. Also, Studio Suites has been closed for a temporary refurbishment. Signs on the store direct you to the Studio store, where 2 suite display cases from the store are placed. Also, condiment bars have returned to Burger Digs and Thunderfall Terrace, so you can now get your own mayo and relish and things like this instead of having to ask for it. Also, Green Eggs and Ham reopened after being closed for around 2 weeks, so you can now get your Who Hash. Also, one of the Olympic food booths would open for the first time in a few weeks, which is odd because these are limited time. However, I'm sure when we get closer to the Olympics, they'll be open a lot more. Also, the tribute store Dig In jars are now buy one, get one free. And a new Dino Chow started being sold in the tribute store. These are assorted cinnamon glazed almond, cashews, and pecans. Also, chairs have been placed at the bar in Springfield, so you can now sit at the bar. And the outdoor seating for Finnegan's was actually removed. So that's a lot of food. However, we can see an event that has a lot of good food in my next topic. Halloween Horror Nights, where we get to go over some of that food in this topic. So, some new details were actually released on the things we're taking in Cabana Bay. Now, we were told that the Jacked Up experience is said to allow guests to take a mind trip through Jack's chaotic carnival of carnage, pose for photos, go in Jack's human-sized blender, and undergo a maniacal transformation. It was also said that all guests staying in a Universal Orlando hotel can actually experience this, not just Cabana Bay. Also, some details for the HHN Icons Bar were also shared. The site says, revel in the past Halloween Horror Nights icons in this wicked lounge. Purchase specialty drinks along with spooky snacks. You'll be surrounded with pictures of some of your favorite icons, including Jack, Chance, the Storyteller, and more, along with props and costumes. This bar will be open to all guests. So, if you want to go, you can go to the Icons Bar. However, if you want to go to Jack's experience, you need to be staying at a Universal Orlando hotel, which, luckily, I will be, so I'm actually going to get to see it, and I'm really excited. So that's a spooky event. However, let's look at a more cheery event in my next topic. Holidays, where this week we get to talk about Christmas stuff. So this week, auditions for Grinchmas have started. Universal is looking for people to play the roles of the Grinch and musical theater performers. All performers need a headshot, resume, full-length photo in athletic wear, a video of singing 16 bars of a holiday song, and a 1-minute comedic, character-driven monologue. Grinch actors need to be 5'10" through 6'2", with a slender to medium build, a headshot, resume, full-length photo in athletic wear, and a 1-minute monologue portraying the character of the Grinch. Rehearsals will be October through mid-November, and performances will be in early January. Applications ended on June 28th. This also shows us that the musical theater parts of Grinchmas will be coming back and are not canceled, which is quite nice. So we've talked about events. However, let's talk about something that's coming soon that's not an event in my next topic. Epic Universe, a topic I don't talk about often, so I'm excited to go into it. So this week, some ride track has actually been brought onto the Epic Universe site. Now, a lot of people talk about how this looks like Yoshi's Adventure in Japan, where they do Super Nintendo World, whereas Super Nintendo World, though it hasn't been confirmed, is extremely rumored with a bit of evidence behind it, so we might be looking at a, Super Yoshi Adventure, or whatever it happens to be called, with this track. We don't know exactly what it'll be, but it's nice to see some stuff being brought into the site. Also, some Epic Universe facts were dropped in a press conference. It was said that it will be the biggest Universal park in America, and it will mainly be anchored by properties like DreamWorks and Illuminations, and especially Nintendo, which is a big piece of the evidence behind Super Nintendo World. So that's Epic Universe. However, let's talk about people who get to visit that park frequently when it opens in my next topic. Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holder News, a very short topic, but one that has some pretty good news for those UOAPs. So this week, UOAP Appreciation Days have been announced. They will run from August 16th through November 30th. Now, we don't really know what these are going to imply, but usually they imply food that only UOAPs can get, and discounts and things like that. So look forward to those, August 16th through November 30th. So we've gotten through almost this entire video, and I'm surprised on how fast it's been due to the fact that this is 2 weeks of updates. However, we have one long topic, which is my next topic. Merchandise, and yes, this is a pretty long topic because a lot of stuff got released in these 2 weeks. So in this time, on the HHN announcement day, Thursday, which I put another video out about all of that information before I had to take a break, the online store received I'm Back Jack shirts that sold out without an hour. These are limited time preview shirts, and more would be stocked the next day, and as time went on, the number of these would grow and grow, so they are actually readily available now. Universal also implemented these new I'm Back with Jack the Clown on them shirts into parks before the announcement for Jack was even revealed. Only 500 were originally being sold, and a sign actually advertised them outside of the store. They would sell out, but they would get more stock. Also, a new Tropical Jurassic World hat and can cooler, Mr. DNA stickers, and Camp Cretaceous stickers became available. Along with these, Jurassic World water bottles, Jurassic Geneticist sign, and DNA logo magnets also became available. Plus, the tribute store received new Jurassic World shot glasses, Camp Cretaceous luggage tags, and Mr. DNA tumblers. Away from Jurassic World, a new LGBTQ+ decorated director's clipboard is now sold on Port of Entry's Christmas shop. Also, Island Trading Co. is now starting to slowly filter out masks as they are no longer required in the parks. Additionally, the U-Design in the Tribute store has been closed for a few days, and along with this, U-Design kiosks have actually been being upgraded to larger screen devices that are easier to use. With these all being upgraded, another U-Design kiosk is actually being installed at the 5 and 10, which is the Bourne Stuntacular exit shop. On to some price ranges. Universal lanyards are now $1 more than they used to be. Depending on design, they can be $13 or $15. Interactive wands are also now $4 more, making them $59, and limited edition wands price was raised by $5, making them $75. These prices are also raised the exact same online. Harry Potter robes have also increased in price from $125 to $139, a $14 increase. Team members ripped the price tags off of tags on robes that had the old price. Finally, a ton of merchandise came to the online store from the brands of Jimmy Fallon and his Race Through New York, General Universal Studios, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic World and Park, Transformers, Fast and the Furious, Harry Potter, Trolls, Hello Kitty, Despicable Me, The Secret Life of Pets, King Kong, Kung Fu Panda, Betty Boop, How to Train Your Dragon, The Bourne Identity, Love is Universal, and a lot of the clothing in this is actually youth versions of previously available merchandise. So that's everything that I could find in Universal Studios Orlando in the past 2 weeks. Like I said in the intro, I have missed 2 weeks of updates, or just 1 week more than I normally would, and this video is recapping it all. I'm surprised that it's actually so short as it is, as I thought this would be a lot longer. However, unlike last time, there's no cringy rap put into this. So, I hope you enjoyed. The next video could be on the same time, however, just because of plans and everything, it might end up being a little bit later than the normal ones are, so just be ready for that if you're relying on me, and maybe look at some other sources while you're waiting. Anyways, that is everything that I found, so there's no reason to continue the video, and this is now Wunu, signing off.